Hi guys, if you happen to be tuned in to the Million and One podcast right now, we are on day 6 of 30 days of Christmas, which means we're like 20 more days to actual Christmas. It's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time. Super excited over the roof. Excitement over the roof. Kind of excitement. You're welcome, guys. To another banger. It's another banger. It's another banger. Why is it a banger? Because today's episode is about big emotions. You get it's okay to feel big emotions. Yeah. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm not so sorry. You're welcome. If this is not your first time, then thank you for tuning in. Stay true to this moment. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about big emotions, and that's one thing I learned this year. It's okay to feel big emotions. Do you know the funny thing? Before I hit record, I saw one of my books where I wrote something, some things actually. I'll just read it out to you. There are two parts. The first one is some questions I wrote about a year ago, 2 years ago, and the other one is stuff I just put down like concluding statements. So here it goes. Am I happy? Am I grateful? Am I on a path that will allow me experience growth over a period of time? And these are some of the concluding statements I wrote. It's okay to be seen struggling when you're picking up a skill, when you're going through transitions, when you're going through suffering in life. It's okay to be seen struggling. And that brings me to the topic of today: big emotions, big emotions, big emotions. Do you know, I realized that right from day one of this series, 30 Days of Christmas, is like every thought is connected. It's like one long thought. Right from clarity comes on the way, to it's okay to be a fraud, to passion is expensive, life can be lifing, hustle culture is a scam. Now it's okay to feel big emotions. Let me thread it back to what I've been talking about. I realized that it has to do with purpose, finding yourself, learn to upskill. And like I said some minutes before, it's okay to be seen struggling, especially when you're picking up a new skill, when you're going through transitions, when you're going through something in life. It's all right. It's okay. Like Salem will always say, you will not always be a professional at something, and it's okay to be seen as an amateur, especially when you're starting something new. And how I learned that it's okay to feel big emotions is that I just cried. Just sit down, gather myself and cry. So I used to be quick story, how I used to do my things. Well, rather what I used to tell myself is big girls don't cry. And I said it because I didn't have time to cry. Lagos is a very fast moving place. Before you start thinking of how you're gonna process your emotions, wonderful is already doing two, you have to be conscious, you have to be, and I grew up in that kind of environment where it's like, oh, no matter what, just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving, just be going, just be going, just be going. And the kind of upbringing I had with my mother, I'm like, oh, you're definitely not gonna cry. So my mom sold food in my mom was a buka owner. So it's not when customers are coming to say, Eba me, give me hot rice, give me plantain and eba, that you're gonna be shedding some crocodile tears. It's not gonna happen. So I just told myself, big girls don't cry, big girls don't cry. And I just kept going no matter what. Or I'll tell myself, now is not the time for tears. Funny enough, I think I'm writing a piece on that poetry. Now is not the time for tears. Now is not the time for tears. But sometime this year, I realized that now indeed is the time for tears. Whenever you say the time for tears, is the time for tears. It's all right. It's all right to feel scared. It's all right to feel. Let me use the word afraid. It's all right to um. It's all right to cry. It's all right to be ashamed if you do something that is very very shameful. It's all right to feel ashamed. But guess what is not alright? To stay there. To stay there and just wail and wallow. I'm not saying don't take time to process. Of course, take the time you need. But learn to move on. Move on, move on. Why? Because your life is not tied around that experience. You were a person, things were happening to you before that particular incident happened, and you're worth so much more than that particular incident. And there are lots of people that are missing out on your flavor and your fragrance because you're stuck in that place. And I don't mean to be selfish, but even you yourself, you know that you don't want to be in that place. So you might as well just get up and move. But now I'm not focusing on moving on. I'm focusing on feeling the big emotions. Don't be like me that I used to say now is not the time for tears. Now indeed is the time for tears, my darling. If you need to cry, if there are some emotions you're bottling up, come is God. Come is the people. Remember those people I spoke about, family. Come is them. Talk to them. Big emotions are not just fear. I think pain too is included. Physical pain, emotional pain is also a big emotion. It's okay to feel it. You're not as bosk as you think. You're not as mature as you think. The fact that you're feeling it and you're chesting it is a sign that you are not as bosk as you think. Do you get it? So yeah, it's okay to feel big emotions, my darling. It's alright. The heaven will not fall down because you agreed to admit that you are scared of a particular thing. I think a lot of times it's because we are not even we don't wanna tell ourselves the truth. Or let me speak personally. I did not want to tell myself the truth. Me, how can I be scared? Do you know who I am? Just of a lion? Do you know who raised me? No, cannot, never. And I realized I was just behaving funny. Some behaviors I was exhibiting. That it from surface level it doesn't really look like this person is a person of fear. But when you peel the layers like an onion, you go and realize that this bad behavior and this bad behavior is stemming from fear. Alright? So which example would I give you now? Which example? Hey, let me give you this one. So December 31st, 2020. 2021, I believe so. 2021 or 2020. I can't remember. My phone stolen from me. It was a cool evening and the metropolis city of Lagos. I happened to be moving from the mainland to the highland with my brother and my mother, and my phone was snatched by the cruel men of the underworld. And it was traumatic. Well, I do not want to admit it was traumatic. Till I started noticing that anytime I go out, I'm looking over my shoulder. If it's in the night, I am putting my phone in my bag. I am holding my phone tight. Anybody that move, I'm already doing my eye. This is like 2-3 years after that, oh my dear. But that's some behavior. And I can mask it up with being cautious, with being, you just have to take care of what you have. Don't trust anybody. But if you peel the onions, you gonna see that you do have a slice of pepper. You are gonna realize that it's bad behavior. It's bad behavior. So yeah, that's an example of how letting myself admitting to myself that, oh baby girl, what you're feeling is fear, actually helped me find ways to refine my reaction in said situations. All right, so it's fine. Write it down. Sometimes admitting to feeling big emotions, or the process to admitting that it's okay to feel big emotions, it's not just you just wake up, oh I'm gonna feel big emotions. No, sometimes it looks like picking up a book, noting how you behave in certain circumstances. What did I feel when this and this and this happened? When this person said this, what did I feel? And Siba, as much as if you're not Christian, it might sound like, oh, this one girl, you're always drumming God into my ears. But let me just tell you the truth. To be very honest, you can't really do without him, alright? Because he's the one that created you, he's the one that know your wiring, he's the one that do know what he puts inside of you when he sent you to this world, he's the one that do know where to touch when the wire is sparking, he's the one that do know what to fix, he's the one that even know why you are behaving like this, that is not what you think it is. So you actually have to do it, talking to the Holy Spirit, asking God for help, on how to do, because let me never lie to you. Sometimes you never know that the way you're behaving is because of something that has happened in the past. You're not gonna know, except the spirit of truth, the spirit of wisdom comes upon you and it helps you. Ooh, I'm past 10 minutes. Wow. Anywho, that's all for today. See you guys tomorrow. And yeah, love you. Bye.